I've got so many issues. Sometimes the best plan is just to start from scratch. We need to do more than just a kitchen remodel. We need to do a complete main floor renovation.
Exactly. Wow. Okay, so I came up with another idea for this space.
I'm preparing myself. Go ahead.
The countertops.
Yeah.
Did you tell that we were gonna have a sink?
Yeah, they didn't cut it according to the template. We're not close by a hair.
No. That's what I'm saying. Normally it should have been about an 1/8 all the way around difference.
So if it's not cut according to the template, it's useless. So today on Reality Renovision, we are talking about kitchens. Not just any kitchen, this is my kitchen. Oh, and I'm so proud to have inherited an 1880 farmhouse where the kitchen looks like it was remodeled maybe 30, 40 years ago. You know, at first glance, it looks okay, it's functional, it's got a nice island with a breakfast area, but here's the issue. We've been here a little over a year and we realized that there was a crazy draft in this place in the wintertime. Now, we've been doing a lot of work on this house, we've opened up the outside walls, and now we know why. So you just want to look at this thing and you know we've had a mouse highway running up and down and in and out of these walls. And when I start taking a look at all the challenges that I have to fix this kitchen up, let's just face it, I can't just change the countertops and backsplash, maybe swap out a cabinet or two. I'm gonna have to do something maybe a little bit more dramatic. So we've been researching and taking a look at all of the challenges and the pros and the cons, but I've got lighting, plumbing, structure, I've got thermal break, vapor barrier, air movement. I've got so many issues. Sometimes the best plan is just to start from scratch. The problem is in real life, starting from scratch means investment. So we gotta find a way to fix this place up and not go so crazy out of budget. We don't wanna get lost having so much fun that we blow the budget. So the challenge that I have is how to fix up this kitchen without going broke, but still creating a look that adds value to this home to help cover the cost of the renovation. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have a conversation with my wife. We're gonna go over a few different options and we're gonna see what we come up with. Okay, Mitch, so here's the thing. We've been looking into all of the different issues that we have with the house.
Yeah.
And I've got the wrong electrical. We've got illegal plumbing.
Yes.
We have, the floors are wonky. The structure's a mess. There's holes in all the walls. I got no thermal break. I have no ability to repair this without removing the kitchen.
Right.
Unfortunately, these cabinets are very cheap. They're paper wrapped trims, and as soon as I start touching it, it's all gonna fall to pieces.
It's true. Well, I mean, we've had that happen already.
In a perfect world, we could just change the countertops, backsplash, spruce it up a little bit, right? And we'd be done, but everything here is so badly done and so backwards. So,
we need a total gut.
right, I mean, we gotta find a way to renovate this without losing our shirts. We gotta stay on budget.
Yes.
We don't have much of a budget. So, bear with me if you think this is gonna work.
Okay, let's do this.
Unfortunately, because we live out in the country, we don't have a lot of value, right?
Right.
If I remove this kitchen and put in a similar kitchen, I'm really spending a lot of money in order to insulate a wall. So here's what I'm thinking. We need to do more than just a kitchen remodel. We need to do a complete main floor renovation.
Exactly.
So we're gonna rip out that wall. Open concept.
Rip out that wall.
Yeah, the whole wall.
Okay.
We're gonna rip out all of this division here,
Yeah.
okay? We're gonna close off the entrance up to the stairs so that becomes its own room and have access from the other side. Remove the bathroom that's over there.
Yes, for sure.
Complete floor plan gut. We got to do this in 2 stages.
Keeping in mind all load-bearing walls, right?
Well, of course, we don't want it falling down. But I think if we create a new open concept on the whole main floor and then remodel, then we're going to at least get our value out.
Okay.
Because everything else is drywall and flooring. But over here, let me know what you think of this. What if we remove the ceiling and just go exposed?
I would love that.
Okay. So
But that brings surprises, maybe.
possibly. We can start in that direction. If we have to close it, we will. But that means we're not going to be doing pot lights. We're going to have to go with pendants. Are we cool with that?
I love pendants.
Yeah. Okay.
We need that in here.
All right. So if we go with that direction, then we can just go very balanced. We're going to go stove here.
Yes.
No more upper cabinets.
No, get rid of all that.
I need you to start shopping because I need cabinet color.
So get rid of the uppers, okay.
And the only thing that we can afford to do because of our timeline is IKEA.
Yeah.
Because it's in stock.
Yes.
Right? And this is not our forever home.
I love that.
Okay, so let's just make it nice and simple. We'll buy the cabinets.
Yeah.
Pick a color. You do the shopping. Countertops, backsplash tile.
Got it.
It's going to be almost 16 feet long. Fridge on that wall.
Oh, it's going to be so much
And then after we remove this
room.
wall, we're going to build in a pantry.
Right.
So we get all of our storage there instead of on the wall.
I like that idea.
Okay. So I need a tile probably that has a little bit of character.
Well, that was where I was going to go.
Right.
Love the European mosaic look.
Yeah.
Try to stay away from the smaller patterns, but keep with larger patterns, maybe.
Good,
but
because in a big room like this,
exactly.
I don't want it to look too busy.
No, exactly.
Sweet. Okay.
Okay.
So you can do that. Flooring, we don't have a tile option. It's got to be vinyl. So we can pick a vinyl color or to match whatever is going here.
Of course.
All right. Other than that, hardware, it's all you.
Yes.
Pick it all out.
I'm thinking black hardware.
Sure.
Depending on what I get from IKEA.
As long as something's in
my color
stock.
choices. Yeah,
Right?
that
Because
is so true.
I have 3 weeks to turn this around.
Yeah, I'll put in a phone call for sure.
So our plan is to get this done before the snow comes. So it's a 6-week reno. 6 weeks without a kitchen.
Excuse me?
Because here's the thing. It's going to be 3 weeks for me to peel this all back and rebuild it. And I'm not expecting it to go smoothly.
2 weeks. You have 2 weeks.
No, I am going to need 6, maybe 8. Like you said, we don't know what we're going to find. So let's plan for 8.
Okay, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
All right? 8 weeks. Nothing but barbecue. That's
But
good.
where am I washing my dishes?
Well, here's
what
the thing.
is going on with all
We
of
have
that?
a bathroom that we're going to remove.
Well,
right?
okay, going to remove, but
So
could we...
Let's switch that into a kitchenette because the plumbing's there. We'll close off this wall.
Absolutely.
I'll cut a hole in the other wall in the living room so we can have access to upstairs from the other side.
Okay, now I understand
That
why.
way
Okay.
we can seal off this half of the house. You got it?
All in one foul swoop.
Exactly. It's not like road construction where they leave the road open the whole time so it takes all summer.
It's so true.
If they just shut the road down for 3 days, it'd be done. But no.
No.
So we're going to just seal
okay.
this off, separate it so that we can get it done.
Oh, my mind is just going crazy right now.
I know.
So
A little extra blood, sweat, and tears, and we can turn a kitchen remodel into a whole home renovation. I think it gives us the ability to also soundproof the roadside walls,
definitely.
right?
Yes.
So that's a huge plus. And then maybe when we're done, we might actually not lose any money. But Lord knows we can't sell this house without changing this kitchen. So,
Yes.
all right.
Countertops, what's your idea for that?
I hate to say it, but I think we're going to have to go stone. Everything in the market's going stone, whether it's quartz or granite. If we don't, we're competing against everybody else who's selling a house who's put in stone, and that's becoming the new normal. So for
I
our
love
area, we're
stone.
kind of stuck,
Oh,
right?
well.
If this was Southern Ontario, small town, we'd just go with Formica, but I think we're going to have to go stone.
Because you're going right down to the bare walls,
Yes.
are you doing anything with these windows? What do you think?
Yeah, they're garbage. So I'm throwing them out. I'm going to put in new windows, same size, nice and simple.
Okay,
Just
good.
order this, actually the same window. I can get them here in 2 to 3 weeks. It's not an issue. So we can actually do all of our work, and then we'll swap the windows out just before we do our finishing.
Good, yes.
So that's not a concern.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Other than that, Can I get brand new appliances?
New appliances.
We'll talk about that. I know we have a budget to work with, and
We do have a budget. How about this? How
so
about
nice,
let's
though.
open up the walls. Let's discover what our limitations are and what our challenges are.
okay,
Then we'll look at our budget.
that's with any renovation.
If we get
Yeah.
lucky
yeah,
and we don't
one
have to
step at a
make
time.
any unforeseen changes,
Right.
then appliances is in the budget.
Okay.
And then what we'll do is maybe we'll get a oversized fridge, right?
Doors.
Yeah, right?
French doors.
Because that'll work.
That would be awesome.
We'll get an oversized fridge instead of our standard white.
Mm-hmm.
We'll change out the stove to something new. And then we'll just order the cabinets from IKEA based on our design restriction off the appliances.
Perfect.
Right?
Perfect.
Because they come in multiple sizes. We'll go with like a double cabinet here, whether it's 15 or 18 or whatever it is. We'll order the kitchen accordingly. So that we got to gut it, and then we'll come back and we'll finish our plan.
Island.
Yes.
What about that? Gut it, remove it, replace it with a larger, longer one, wider? What do you think?
Fridge,
Yes,
stove,
yes.
counter,
Yeah.
symmetrical, off the center line of the room, right?
Yeah.
Pantry, where that wall is now.
Yep.
Remove this, close this.
And then
I'm thinking 9 feet instead of
instead
six,
of 6, from
because
6 to 9
we'll move the
feet.
fridge from there
and
into
no
that
issue
corner.
with this going on
No,
over
we got
here.
tons of room.
Because we still have the entrance door, exit door.
We move the fridge
onto
to the corner,
deck,
remove that wall,
Mm-hmm.
9-foot island. Breakfast for 10.
and keep the width the same.
Yeah, it's pretty comfortable.
I love the let's keep having this.
The breakfast bar overhang thing.
Yeah, and then that way we can have stools here.
Sure. Anything you want. That's on budget.
New appliances.
So usually, I like to know the end from the beginning. In this case, our direction requires us to be somewhat flexible. So that's why we're choosing to go with the IKEA kitchen, just because it's available in stock at a moment's notice, and we have the flexibility to make design changes right up to the point that we install it, and even after that. We can actually install these things and then take them off the wall and put something else on if we absolutely have to. So before we buy and design our kitchen, we just need to have a working concept. We'll get the room, confirm our design, and then we go shopping. But all the selections for color and style and everything else can be done in advance. It's just a matter of the size of the island and the size of the balanced kitchen, which will be dependent on the appliances.
Right.
But until we know and have this all peeled open and we know what our cost is going to be, we don't have a budget for a fridge. So, one step at a time. Let's do it quickly. 6 weeks. Yeah, and we have to rewire the whole place because it's totally illegal. Loving
We
it.
definitely have to rewire the place.
Yeah. I mean, this is nuts. Even the lights, they're on a 40 amp circuit. That's enough for a stove. That's just insane.
Well, there are days where I will switch it on,
Yeah.
And
yeah,
nothing
And
happens?
you got one light bulb?
and then I have to do it. They all light up on the second switch.
I think
Anyways.
what happened is somebody has an old panel downstairs with breakers that are really hard to get a hold of, and so they just cut corners, which is crazy. How do you cut corners with electrical? I mean, some of the wires down there are just so crisp and ready to just fall apart. It's not even funny.
So the faster we do this, the better.
Well, and part of this
For
part of this
peace of
renovation
mind.
involves bringing in an electrician who's going to put a new panel in the corner
Yeah,
for us. Because I
okay.
can't do all. I mean, I can do my own wiring, but I don't want to have to do my own wiring and a kitchen
Okay.
reno at the same time.
You're going to end up calling the electrician for that?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have him come in next week and do a panel switch over,
Okay.
and then we're good to go.
Okay.
Anything else?
Just getting used to cooking on a barbecue for the next 6 weeks.
Well, I don't want to be ordering in
Minimum.
all the time because that'll add thousands
no,
to the budget.
we'll
That's
be
crazy.
fine. Yeah, we will be fine.
All right, so
You do your magic.
I'm gonna probably find a place where I can have the stove temporarily plugged in. Right, I can leave temporary power out in the
Yeah,
other room.
that'd be great.
I can hook up our kitchenette with plumbing in the bathroom, and we'll just remove the toilet and sink and
Yes.
switch that over. Okay, so
Could you add a larger sink, like a temporary one, one of those basement bin type
Yeah,
of
that's my
laundry
goal. I was
sinks.
actually going to use just a cheap $40
that's
plastic
great.
laundry sink.
Yeah.
So you can still wash pots.
Perfect.
Okay.
Okay.
And then we'll go paper plates
Good
and
to
stuff
go
after that.
then. Yeah.
Sweet. Am I going to be able to get to hammer in your hands and you can help me at the demo?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yes.
Therapy.
I just need to get my nails redone if that happens.
Ouch. Wow.
That's all good.
High maintenance. Okay. Mwah. I've been using Zipwall system for years and years and years. Mostly for dust control. Get that part up there as well. So for the sake of showing a few tips and helping people out, you know, sometimes not knowing how something is put together means you're gonna do something silly to rip it apart. Like, ay, ay, ay. Yeah. There's usually 2 to 4 screws in every cabinet. There we go. Okay. Just a few brad nails. That goes straight to the bin. There we go. And so here's just a thought. First glance, this looks like, hey, that floor is nice. It's solid wood, it's salvageable. But look at the size of this gap here. Okay, that's from shrinkage over time. And this here, this is the last fill job. Somebody refinished this. When they put all this goop, it's just chipping out. Right? So all of this, that's what keeps coming up over and over and over again. Every time you walk, all that deflection in the floor when you're walking is causing these things to break up, and little chunks popping out. And so then every couple of years, you're gonna be left with this huge gap with nothing but dirt and debris and garbage. You're gonna refinish the floor every 3 to 5 years just so you can fill your gaps up again? Not gonna happen. So this is why we're covering it all up. We're going vinyl. Nothing I can do to save this floor. We're just gonna remove the sink. Oh yeah. That's installed well, eh? Gotta love it when the drain just breaks off like that. So we just take our laundry tub. A little bit of solvent on the pipe and inside the fitting. There we go. And we have a kitchen faucet. That's good for 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. The next step is to remove our toilet. We've already done this on camera multiple times, so we'll put a link in the description. If you don't know how to remove a toilet, you can watch it in another video. But we're gonna open up this wall, get out the Sawzall, cut our door, start removing some cabinets and reinstall them in here for a temporary kitchen. Okay, so the plan is there's a bathroom behind here, and the old tub area is about there, right? But I need the width of my cabinet, 30, yeah, here. So I am going to be opening this up like a walkway, 30 inches wide. That'll work out. So I'll remove all of this. You know, the funny thing is, I can't even remember the condition of the old tub space behind here. I don't know if it's all demoed or, man, I can't remember a damn thing. I think it's the insurance restoration company came in here. They did a cleanup because we had the toilet backup with a sewer backup, so it was nasty. So we had to put all new flooring. So I know they ripped out the tub, but I just can't remember. Oh, I hope there's not too much to do back here. Let's take a look. Bum, 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 bum. Ah, my old shower. Oh, and my tub. Okay. Yeah, so I've got to finish ripping all of this out before I can open up my hallway. All right. That's for Matthew. I'm heading off to Max's wedding with him. and I'm gonna leave my son here to finish the rest of this demolition. When we come back, which is in just a few seconds from now, we'll show you all of the finished product and we'll do a tour. But the plan is to put a 30-inch cabinet with a countertop here and that floor-to-ceiling pantry cabinet on this wall right here, so that we can have enough dry goods storage and counter space and a sink to be able to function around here for the next few weeks. Anyway, let's just do this and we'll see you in a second. Ta-da! Not so glamorous, I know, but man, is it functional. Listen, this is separated from the construction zone by a door. I got a huge sink, I've got my coffee machine, I got a microwave. I even bought one of those little hot plates I can plug in. Just gotta be careful. Usually when you do a temporary kitchen, the electrical's not set up, so I can't run my microwave and the hot plate at the same time. What was the breaker? Not a problem. We got some storage, I got my fridge, I got my dog food set up and my garbage cans, everything I need right here in this cute little 30 to 40 square foot area. This is reason that we are not going insane, because we can cook and we can keep our area clean. Doing 6 months without a kitchen will drive you crazy. I've done it before. For whatever reason, you just wake up in the morning angry and you don't want to live like that. So if you're going to do a major renovation, consider finding a place in your house that you can make a temporary kitchen, do the kitchen renovation, and then come back into this space later. This is just changing some flooring and remodeling. You can remodel a space after you've had a temporary kitchen and easy enough. That is my secret to success. So the demolition's done and now we got this onion peeled back. Let's talk about all the surprises. Absolutely none. Bottom line, when you're dealing with an old house like this, balloon construction, you always plan for the worst. So then every time something isn't wrong, it's a plus. We have now is a great big open space, right according to our design. And we're taking a look at all the elements that we have to put back into this place. I think the best plan here is to finish wiring the kitchen. And then I'll tell Michelle what I did. Okay, baby, let's go take a look at the new space. Here we go. All right, hold on right there. What do you think?
Wow, that's a lot of lights.
Well, yes and no. They're all pots. They're all on dimmer switch.
Okay, yeah.
So it's just a matter of having light in every different space that you need it. But really, I brought you here because I need you to talk to me about the dining room. The coffered ceiling, okay?
For sure, yeah.
All right, come on in here. So I finished the basic framing of the box.
Right.
So we're gonna have the pot lights in sort of a recessed box around the perimeter of the room.
Love it.
Beam across the middle.
Yep.
We'll crown everything up,
Yep.
right?
The way we discussed, yeah.
Now I've got 3 lights down the middle.
Yes.
I don't really have lights in the main body of the room.
Yeah.
Do you want me to put more pot lights in here, or?
You know what? I like the fact that you've got pots on both sides, and then in the middle here, the option to put a central light in there. I'm not sure if you wanted to cap
Like a fixture?
Exactly.
Okay, well, yeah, because if we put a box, it's on the same switch though,
Yes.
but then at least we could put a fixture with like maybe a flush mount, something that has 3 or 4 100-watt bulbs in it.
Yes.
So we can have a room light and then the rest of this ends up accent.
I love it.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, yeah, we can make that work.
And then over here,
What about over here?
well,
This is just a simple wall, right? I'm closing this up, hanging
I
a
know,
TV.
but what we talked about to have the an accent wall.
Yeah, we can tile, put some, maybe like a stone veneer or something floor to ceiling.
I love that.
Okay.
Pots cascading over it.
I've got those set up already.
Character
so
to
that'll
the
work.
max.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so I came up with another idea for this space.
I'm preparing myself. Go ahead.
Come on, you can do anything.
Yes,
Okay.
but we have a timeline and a
Yeah,
budget,
okay,
right?
no. Electric fireplace.
Oh.
Right here.
Yeah, actually that's real easy because we haven't used up the circuit for all the plugs, so we can just tie it
Nice.
into here and drop a loop.
Nice.
That was painless.
Yeah,
Thank you. I was thinking you're gonna go for gas. I'm like, no.
No,
All right, good. Yeah, electric we can do, just so we have a little ambiance and a little heat.
Exactly.
Okay.
And if, we choose to have a TV, a flat screen here,
Yeah.
sitting on the couch, leather couches,
Okay.
beautiful lighting on a dimmer, right?
Yeah.
Just the whole ambiance,
That's
like you
comfy.
said.
Okay, so then there's really nothing else to change. I can just get closing up.
You're forgetting something. The windows gotta
What's
go.
wrong
It's
with the
gotta
window?
go. Yeah.
You don't like the bay window style?
No. I want you to replace all of that with a huge window. Raise it up a bit as well.
Okay.
And you know what that's for, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get it. Can we do that next year?
No, it's got to be done this year.
Because see, next year I'm changing the facade on that side of the house. And all of this build out is
Okay.
all structural.
Okay, I see where you're going.
So if I touch this right now, then
Yes.
I don't have time to do this side of the house as well.
Yes, okay, I
Okay.
see where you're going.
So if we wait till next year, we'll open it up, we'll take this right down to the foundation from the outside, and then we'll rebuild the whole inside of this and put in a window that you like.
Okay, I'm forgetting you're the structure guy. I
Okay?
totally
So for
forgot
now,
about
we'll
that.
just finish right up to the
However,
window, and then we'll just resize all that.
Resize the window.
Because honestly, I think the way they built this, there's a little bit of rot. It'd be nice to remove all of that when we
Yes.
do the resizing.
Okay, yes, I love that idea.
Okay, thanks. We're all ready to close. Oh, one more thing. Almost forgot. The island.
Yes.
We can go 9 feet. We can squeeze it in, but I have to round off the outside corners.
Yes, I would
Okay,
love
I got to
it
go down
if
to
it
3
was-
chairs, not 4.
Yeah, I know that. I know
Okay.
that. 9 feet is great.
And I talked to the inspector. We can do the wine fridge,
Awesome.
but we got to just put the second plug somewhere on the island. So it's going to be tucked in underneath the sitting area.
Right.
We'll probably put in a plug with one of those couple of USB chargers for phones. Good.
Yeah, I love that idea.
All right. Beautiful. Now get out. I got to work.
Okay.
Walking along these endless tracks, hoping for something to bring you back. She couldn't ease my restless mind. Instead, I felt somewhat dead inside. Nothing's ever what it seems. I'm wide awake in a lucid dream. Hit me right there where it stings. Make me feel like you're here again. Like you're here again. Here again. Here again. Calling out in an endless space. Is there something that could change our fate? Into the night, we both cry.
Sure. I'm really happy with
Our
it.
jaded tears and love in disguise. Nothing's ever what it seems. I'm wide awake in a lucid dream. Hit me right there where it stings. Make me feel like you're here again. Like you're here again. Here again.
Nice clean cut.
Here again. Come back.
Perfect every time.
Come back. Make me feel like you're here again. Like you're here again. Here again.
Welcome back to my kitchen renovation. We've got a beautiful sunny morning here, so don't mind me. I'm just trying to get my quick set mud ready to go here. When I have this much sunshine beaming through a window, I take advantage of it for my prime check. Like, I was running around with this thing last night, you know, before I did my first coat of paint. And then I came down here this morning, and lo and behold, the sunshine has revealed all kinds of sins on my wall. That sounds almost poetic, doesn't it?
Hey, good morning.
Hey, Mitch.
What's going on? Oh,
You
wow.
got a nice color, right?
I love it.
You got a couple minutes to take a look at the selections?
Yeah, of course.
All right, let me just finish rolling this wall out.
Okay, perfect.
I'll be right there. Okay. There. Okay. So you know how we like to do this, right? We got
Yeah.
the cabinets, we got the counter pick. They came and measured yesterday.
Yes.
So now I just wanted to get your feeling on a few things, because I know we went to the store and picked out this tile.
Wait a second. I forgot to mention to you
Yeah.
the countertops.
Yeah.
Did you tell that we were gonna have a sink in the island?
Yeah.
You sure?
Well, the guy that measured took the measurements and has the center line.
Because I'm hearing something different. But okay.
Should we be getting a phone call?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
So when is that coming?
ASAP.
The phone call? Thank you.
Anyways, I just thought I'd drop that.
Yeah, nice bomb. Yeah. It's never as simple as you want, eh?
Oh no, you gotta keep on these things.
That's the thing, eh? You get
Yeah.
comfortable with people and then they stop sending you the approval for a
It's
signature.
okay. I mean, we're happy
Alright.
with the service so far. It's just
It's going to be awesome. We'll deal with it. So what I wanted to do with this, it's never boring, is it? I wanted to lay this out on the floor,
yes. Oh
show
my
you a couple
gosh,
different
I am
patterns so you
happy we
can
picked
see it
this
on the
up.
wallish.
Yeah,
How is the tone for
I
that cabinet?
love it. It's just perfect.
All right, and then let me just do this real quick.
I
Eh,
absolutely love it.
works for me.
Oh yes, you know,
Cool.
and out of all the choices that we had for the paint swatching,
Yeah.
so glad we took a step up and had the darker tone.
Well, yeah, I mean, it works.
the palette?
Because I put like 400 pot lights in the ceiling.
I know.
It will never be too dark in here.
Right.
But at the same time, it's nice to be able to have a little depth.
Absolutely.
Makes the kitchen warm. And we also have our sink and faucet came in. So this is from our
Bag of tricks.
friends over at Stylish. Okay,
Oh my God.
so
So this is a restaurant style faucet.
it's kind of fun. Yeah, so it's a pull down handle,
Uh-huh.
right? Once the weight goes on there, that'll just sit really nice.
Absolutely.
Single. It's kind of cool because the island is
It's
huge.
solid. It's
Right?
really good
Well,
quality.
it's solid brass, yeah. So we got a 9-foot island with no bells and whistles. So this will be a nice little
Oh
Shazam.
yeah.
Okay, and the sink is here as well.
It's almost gonna be its own focal point.
Well, yeah. But you know what I'm really excited about is this, the new sink.
Okay, this is gorgeous.
This is gonna fit right in here. All right. Oh, don't slide that. Let's go like that.
Yeah. So cutting
Yeah,
board,
take that.
strainer for the vegetables.
Right, and then, so this is an undermount, and then the counter cutting board slides back and forth, so everything's multifunction.
Yeah, and this funky thing.
This is cool. Actually, I was at the
This-
trade show and I found this company.
Yeah, I know. Good
Look at
find.
this is stainless steel,
I love it.
right? Encapsulated in rubber, or silicone, sorry.
Silicone. That's right. For
it's a-
hot,
yeah,
for hot
it's a-
item, for hot pots and
Well, you can put that on the counter, but it's also a drying rack in your sink.
as well. That's right.
Brilliant. Okay, so all of this is ready to roll.
Happy, happy. Love it.
Yeah, I gave them the template for the sink when the
Listen,
countertop guy was
I-
here. And that's why I'm a little spun that they're asking, do we have a sink in the
yeah.
island? Oh well.
You know what though?
We'll get that sorted out.
It's all good. We love a challenge.
Yeah, we'll get that sorted out. Okay. Let me just pull a bunch of these out.
Yeah,
All
let's
right.
do that. You got
Okay,
it?
yeah, so here's one of the cool things.
They're quite heavy.
Now, the cool thing about this tile, look at this is ceramic, right?
I know.
But this is from Spain, and this is high quality.
Mm-hmm.
You only get good stuff at Euro. Whenever I buy ceramic tile, depending on the country it comes from,
Yes.
they're all different sizes.
Yes,
So
that's
you have
true.
to
We
install it
found
in
that.
as a brick pattern because you need the flexibility of a thicker grout line to make adjustments.
Perfect.
But this stuff is so perfect, we could actually stack it if you want to. So I'm gonna lay it out on the floor and let you have a look.
Yeah.
It's an option, okay?
Okay, we'll see.
Anyway, that 3D print is gonna cause me a little, yeah, the raised edge, right? It's gonna cause me a little bit of grief. Now the windows are gonna be a bit of a challenge, so I
Right.
want you to take a look at
Let's
this.
see what we got.
So we're gonna do the entire wall, right?
Absolutely. Because
Behind the stove,
originally,
behind the fridge.
yeah, remember we were going to just do the accent
Up
tile
around the hood fan, yeah.
above the range.
Right.
And because of this lovely tile, we decided on doing the whole wall, right?
Right, so we're gonna do the whole wall, which means all around the window. Which, usually when I'm doing something like that, I like to put the
Right.
tile on first.
Yes, that's right, you do.
And then do the casing afterwards. So what I like to do is, here's the hopper series that I picked up.
Yes.
Okay. So I have to build out the window trim. This is an old house, and then
Yep.
we're gonna stick this on, but I wanna install it over the tile,
I love that idea.
okay? That'll give me a nice clean line, but on the sides, I'm gonna have this detail.
Yes.
So I'm gonna
I know exactly what you
I'm
mean.
gonna take care of that. Don't worry about it. It's gonna look perfect.
Okay.
Because the only other option is to go into the side of it, and then the trim looks really cheap and thin again.
Yes, I agree with you.
Now, my question is, do you want to have a sill on these windows or just case it?
I definitely want to sell.
Okay, well, sills it is. All right. The only thing left for us to pick out right now, actually, then, is the flooring. Okay, so here we go.
The flooring.
These
yes.
are the samples for the flooring. Not the browns this time around.
No, absolutely not.
We have a few options.
So we have a toss up here, right? We were thinking of this one with more green
Right.
in it, or this one here is also just as textured, but I'm leaning towards this one here,
Yeah, I like it clean.
right?
Because we're not doing the accent on the wall here.
yeah,
So you were talking about wanting to do something on the back of the island?
possibly, yes.
Wood, stone, whatever?
Yes,
Okay.
like a rustic wood.
So if we're gonna go with something that has
application.
pop on the back of the island, let's keep the floor clean and simple. And I like that nice warm tone,
I love it too. I think this one's going to be the perfect selection right here.
right?
Okay, so what needs to be done now?
So you can call our friends over at Hardwood Global,
Yes.
give them that code.
Yep,
All right.
SPC07, perfect.
400 square feet, okay, and have them send that over to us right away. And for everybody at home, if you're looking for flooring, then check out our link in our website under our affiliates for Hardwood Global. They've arranged a special discount and can ship anywhere in North America. Awesome. Okay, so just from the top, so I can get this in my mind.
Yeah.
We got our counters, our island, which we have to
yes.
call and make arrangements, make
To
sure they know what the
ensure
heck's
and-
going on.
Yes.
We know which our trim, our tile.
Yes.
We didn't even want to discuss stack. We're just going to go with a traditional brick
We're
pattern.
going to go with the brick pattern.
Okay. Matt's already on the way out to pick up the trim. I'll give him a call and tell him to give me a
great.
couple sills. You're going to call the flooring people.
Yes.
We have all of our other fixtures. We have our pendant lights. I've got to swing out and pick up our pot lights tomorrow. Is there anything else I'm missing?
What size and diameter for those LED lights?
We're just going to go with 4s.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
Nice and the slimline ones, right?
Absolutely.
The only thing I need from you then is to tell me how you want your cabinets to work. You want double doors, you want the 3-door system. IKEA's got a few options for us, so
Yes,
I
they
need you
do.
to figure out how and what you want.
Yes,
So that we
I'm
can
on
order
it.
all that and I can send Matt to pick all that up tomorrow. Good.
How
and then that
exciting.
means we're going to have a kitchen by the end of the week. As long as the countertop people get that to us with a sinkhole. All right. Cheers. Go team.
Yeah, I know. It's been a bit of a challenge, but all good.
No worries.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're almost done barbecue season. Now watch what happens. You put it in the corner. So we work it up a little bit. Snaps it right into place. We're just nailing down the flange. Clips, set this in, slide it over. 7/8. All right, so wife doesn't know about this. We're gonna find out what she thinks. But she wanted to have a mosaic pattern behind the stove, but we just couldn't find the tiles to work at the tile store. So I bumped into this while I'm picking up my electrical stuff today. I'm gonna lay it out, see if she likes to do the herringbone pattern instead of a mosaic, because that was kind of what we were looking for. But maybe the herringbone will work. Right in. Okay, baby, let's go take a peek.
Oh my God.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
2 feet by 3 feet, herringbone over the stove.
I love it.
Does this work?
This is fantastic. This absolutely works.
Okay.
Are we going with it? Or is this a joke?
No, if you like it, it's good. So here's the funny part.
Oh, the pencil tile looks
Right.
so awesome.
So originally, Michelle wanted to do like a mosaic pattern around
Yeah,
the stove.
right.
We just couldn't find anything that worked with the tile options.
Yeah.
So I'm out picking us some electrical up today. You won't believe this. They're selling this at Home Depot.
Oh, fantastic.
So I grabbed a bunch of them.
Yeah.
And I thought I'd lay this out and see what you thought. So that works.
I love it.
Cool. So we're gonna go with a herringbone over top of the stove before the hood fan. And then we'll just do the brick pattern on the rest of the wall.
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
Whew. Awesome. Okay.
So get this done in an hour or so?
Yeah, it'll be the rest of the day.
This is a great surprise.
Yeah,
Thank
good.
you.
Mwah. Welcome.
Love it.
Good. There you go. Home Depot to the rescue. Who figures?
Woo.
There we go. Okay. Yes.
That sound is terrible.
Whatever. Here we go. Just across the front. go. Done. And I'm going to finish assembling that drawer all together. This is it's going to feel really clunky here. Force it all in. It assembles all of the track system. Done.
Did you know about all these?
Well, the dude came. I gave him the template right out of the box. Showed him what was going on.
Morning.
So we're now at,
For me, it's pretty simple. Here's the template for the sink. So you cut the hole according to the template.
yeah,
Cut out the counters
normally,
using the template.
yeah, normally what happens, normally, is always about an 8 reveal. 8 positive reveal, or negative reveal, which means that the countertop is usually about an 8 over the steel, roughly.
So the hole is 29 1/4.
Yeah,
And the sink is actually
17.
30.
So yeah, so that's
So
30.
that's 3/4 difference. We're not close by a hair. We're
No. That's what I'm saying. Normally it should have been about an 8 all the way around difference. Should have been.
So it's 3/4 short and 5/8 too narrow. When I supplied a template, it says right there, cut out using the template. I mean, I didn't hand it to these guys just to say, hey, throw this in the corner, don't pay attention to it. How'd they cut the hole? Based on what? What information did they use? They just take a 9-foot slab of quartz and cut a square hole in it for the hell of it, and that looks about right? What's the thinking process there? Or do they just measure this and say, oh, that's a 30,
Yeah,
so
so-
we're gonna cut 29 1/4.
So normally what happens.
Okay, so like the word normally bothers the hell out of me.
I know.
In the construction business, because there's no normally. If you normally don't deal with stylers, then you normally check the instructions.
Yeah,
That's normal.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So in this, usually,
All of this to hell.
Yeah,
Can you
usually-
fix it on site, or does it have to
no,
take
it has
it?
to be back. It has to be all polished.
All right. Well, there we go. We can take the template and tell them to cut it exactly according to the template and bring it back as soon as it can be ready. Because now my whole production is about a week behind schedule.
That's supposed to be in the material.
Yeah, you normally get them. If there are little flaws in the material, there's not much we can do about it. It's when the slabs come in, right? And the worst thing is trying to polish it out, because we'll never get the same color out of the material. But they polish this differently than we do by hand. On a regular scenario, I've been doing this for 30 years. I normally, and this is my procedure, I know I don't like the word, but my procedure is I come in, I ask the customer, this is the template. How I do it is I take this template and I make it an 8 small all the way around. That's it. Right? Hold on. Hello? Yeah. He wanted the sink according to the template. Exactly as the template. So now, because it's smaller, he got these cutting boards that don't fit in the sink. They cut out. Yeah, so now we have to bring it back to the shop and cut them. Or if you want it an 8 all the way around.
Yeah.
Because
I get that. And I opened the box with them and pulled up
Yeah.
a template and showed them the operation.
So I check the template with the sink, because sometimes the templates are always
So
wrong.
we sat there and laid this in the sink and
And
talked
did
about
everything.
the program. It's up to him to make notes.
Yeah, because I always, like I said, I take an 8 off and I say, that's how you like
Can
it.
you make a note on that? Do
Yes.
not remove the 8th.
Yeah, no,
Exactly
I told
according to the
him on the
size.
phone exactly as is.
Right?
Yeah. So that's something that should have been just dealt with here. But again, not my job.
Yeah, so obviously that bothers me, right? That's for outside. Let me just recap. You know, because normally when something like this happens, I like to take a step back and think about it. Find out, hey, you know, is there anything I could have done to make the situation less volatile? You know, did I have a role to play in that confusion? I don't know. I'm having a hard time seeing it as my problem. So in the industry, there are standards. they're somewhat unwritten. The industry standard is that you have someone from the company that's going to cut your stone. They come to the site, they measure, they get all the details. They're responsible for communicating to the cutting exactly what's supposed to happen. The customers are completely erased from that scenario, except for one detail. All of that information needs to be signed off, okay? Normally, the client signs off and agrees to the measurements. And that puts the responsibility back on the client side to make sure that they're getting exactly what they asked for. So then all the cutters have to do is deliver the product as exactly as been signed off to do. It's pretty simple. So the story goes like this. The guy comes, he makes an appointment. It was a Thursday. I think it was 9 o'clock he's supposed to be here. And he didn't come. We didn't hear from him. No communication. Around 11 o'clock, we're told that he's been delayed. And he's going to be coming a little bit later on. Something like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm like, okay, but you know, usually, normally, you make the first appointment of the day. And if you're running late, you might be a little late, but all of a sudden I was bumped to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And I'm starting to think that they had a situation like this happen on that day and they had to run back to the shop and cut someone else's stone the second time. Just a guess, but I think I'm pretty solid on this. So the 3 o'clock comes and the guy isn't here and the guy isn't here. And you know what? I'm like, okay, forget it. We'll have to pick this up another day. I'm going out for dinner with my wife. Then we take off, we get ready. 5:30, I'm walking out the door. And it wasn't just any dinner, all right? It was a birthday dinner. We're leaving. And this guy is walking around my property looking for a door. Not sure why people have a hard time finding a front door, but I'm like, hey, who are you? And he goes, I'm here to measure the countertop. And I'm like, all right, I'm leaving. But since it took a whole day to get you here, I'm gonna let you in. I'm gonna give you 5 minutes. Let's get this done. He walks in and I say, it's a rectangle. I want a 10-inch overhang. It's a standard depth. Boom, I gave him the measurement. I said, here's the center line. I have my laser line out. There's the sink. Open the box, unpack the box, showed him how the sink functions. I gave him the template and said, it's a little bit bigger than the sink because it needs to be. Use the template, I hand it to him. Off he goes, boom. Somewhere the next day, first thing in the morning, I call up to the shop and I said, hey, by the way, we were just taking a look at our dimensions here last night. We were a little rushed last night. I didn't get a chance to communicate that I wanted a radius on the corners, on the overhang, little 6-inch radius. And that just basically means you got a square corner and they're gonna measure back 6 and measure over 6 and they're gonna round that off, right? Just because my area is a little tight and I didn't want to have traffic restriction. She's, well, I'll see, because usually when they get the measurements, they go straight to the cutter with it. She had to check to see if they'd done that yet, and no, they hadn't. And that was good. So then they wanted to confirm the location of the sink because they didn't have the center line in the information. So I'm like, why are you guys moving forward? Am I not getting an email to sign off on the measurements? And she says, that's not how they usually operate. And I'm like, maybe you should consider it. So I'm already frustrated and a little concerned about the lack of communication, about the professionalism, and the fact that they're cutting a few $1,000s worth of quartz, you know, by eye. I don't know what they're doing. So I'm like, all right. So it took a whole week to get the communication nailed down and get me to sign off on the exact measurements. Finally, I'm like comfortable. Okay, I got paperwork. I got something signed. They know exactly what they're doing. It takes about a week to get the quartz. At the end of the next week, it's now been 6 business days. I call up. I'm like, are you coming? Are you going to call to make a delivery? What's the schedule? No one in the office had any clue, and the person in charge of quartz was on holidays. And they said, best to email. And I'm like, your best answer for a paying customer is to email someone on holidays to get an answer about the countertop. Wow. So we did. We heard back on the following Tuesday, and they made arrangements to deliver today. And now you saw what happened. They show up, he walks in the door, and all of a sudden he's like, ooh, I wonder if it's gonna fit. I'm like, well, I better. I'm like, I mean, nothing has changed on my end. So they lift the countertop in, and they send the guy who's got a destroyed rotator cuff. He can barely lift the stone. My wife says to me, "You're gonna give him a hand?" And I'm like, "No, that's not my business. If I throw my back out lifting up the cords, there's nothing for me in that, right?" I mean, you know, people make decisions, they follow their own course in life. He's comfortable continuing to rip his shoulder apart, that's his business. I'm not gonna interrupt, he's a grown man. Anyway, they lift it up and they measure it and they stick it in place, everything looks pretty, you know, and he starts measuring the hole for the sink, sorry. And he's going back and forth, and instantly I'm like, "Oh, that's great, there's a problem." And the young lad pulls out the template and he sticks it on the counter. And so I open the template and I slide it over the hole, and the hole is way too small. So I go and grab my own tape measure. I'm like, I don't know what all this messing around is about. So I measure it off. I'm like, it's 3/4 of an inch too narrow and 5/8 of an inch not deep enough. Now my sink, it's fancy, right? I've got cutting boards and other things, features and benefits that sit in a second recessed lip. So if it's not cut according to the template, it's useless. It's a $700 sink, and I like to be able to enjoy all those benefits. So I say to the guy, I mean, you saw on the tape, I said, you know, how did they cut the hole? What system of measurement are they using? Because all they had in my drawings was the center line of the sink. Apparently, they must have used the template to some degree, and then they just shaved off 3/8 of an inch all the way around. I don't know. Like, it's completely foreign to me how they figure that out. I said, you know, the template says right on the template, cut the hole the size of the template. Anyway, you saw the exchange. I was getting irritated because he's like trying to explain to me how normally things are done. And I'm like, you know, in a world of design changing, materials constantly being developed, everything new hitting the market every season, you can't take 30 years of experience and say, and I'm refusing to budge with normal. Like seriously? That's like going to a mechanic who only puts bias ply tires on your car. Normally, I've been doing it all my life. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Anytime somebody tells you this, and listen carefully, if they ever say normally, it's an excuse for their incompetence. It means they're not paying attention, they don't give a damn about their job. So listen, if all you want to do is carry heavy stuff and stick it in place, fine. But don't try to put on some act like I'm the reason there's a problem because I ordered a nice sink and they haven't seen it before. It's not my problem. I gave you the template. Do your job. Measure, read. It's only 3 steps, right? Measure, read, cut. Wow. Welcome to Renovating 101.
Countertops?
Hi, it's Jeff here.
Hey, how are you?
We're doing okay. We just had an attempt to install the island.
Something about the sink?
Yeah, they didn't cut it according to the template.
Okay.
Just wanted to give you a call and see if you have an idea on our expectation for turnaround on that.
He says he's coming back. They're on their way back there. He's going to cut it right away, and they'll be on their way back.
So they're going to try to do the install today later on?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Talk to you later.
If it changes, I'll let you know.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Well, at least we're getting some service on that end. All right. So just to bring you all up to speed with what's going on in the process here, I had my plug installed here originally. I knew it was kind of temporary because we hadn't really finalized the design as far as which hood fan we were going with. We had a few options available. I knew I needed power up here. I knew it'd have to be a plug, but I didn't know location. So this fan is a Z-Line Snow White stainless steel finish, designed to go with my dual fuel stove. And as a result of that, I had to upgrade the power of this up to 760 instead of your traditional 400 CFM. Just because whenever you're dealing with gas appliances, you want a little bit better exhaust. Okay. That's just way too much easy, isn't it? Okay. That's very discreet. Boom. Nice. So our sink and our faucet are supplied by Stylish. This is a company I met at a Toronto home show 2 years ago. It's kind of brilliant. They're a Canadian company that got into the designer sink and faucet market, but they're bringing a really high quality product at a much more affordable price. So most homeowners can afford to go delve into that lap of luxury as far as quality is concerned without buying plastic and really cheap stainless steel. Through the standard 1 1/4 inch hole that gets drilled by the quartz guy, right? Okay. This is the Stylish sink. If you can reach in. Just close it together. Alrighty. Brilliant. Sexy little machine. Now this little machine here has a customized panel for the front, so you can go stainless steel like we are, or you can actually get a door that's the same as the cabinetry in the kitchen, and you can make it a hidden dishwasher. Wow, yeah. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, so let's just quick recap. We got our hood fan installed, we got our dishwasher installed, and you know what? That was pretty painless considering. And now we're just gotta assemble the rest of the stove. So like most oven doors, goes in right there, as far as you can. Now remember, when you're renovating your house and you do it yourself, you're saving a fortune. So buy nice appliances. Get good flooring and good fixtures. Don't be afraid to invest money on things that stay valuable as a part of the house. So you increase the value of your home, all right? Wow, I can't wait to cook dinner on this thing because it's been a long time since I've cooked on gas. Right?
Wow.
Welcome
This
to our
place
kitchen.
is,
It's finally done.
oh,
No more little kitchenette in the old bathroom.
yeah,
This will be fun.
finally.
Ah.
I know.
I know, it's been a lot of work.
It's been interesting.
Well, you know, it's funny because
Where do we begin?
we had a kitchen.
Yeah.
This is a lot nicer. But
Jeff.
it's not how it's nicer. It's like there's no more drafts. It's quiet. It's clean. It's fresh.
It's functional.
Oh, well, I know. True.
Cook.
The functionality is
Dishes.
much improved.
You know, everything is at arm's length here. It's
Right?
wonderful. Yeah.
It's coming together.
Yeah.
So we only got another 1.5 years to go in this house now.
Oh, that's good. No, I mean, we got, you know, this was a huge project though.
Right, yeah.
So,
one room at a time. Kitchen's done.
Yeah.
Next is the pantry.
Yeah.
Then we go on to the next thing. I know. So now the front of the house is done.
Yes.
And the kitchen's done. We're working our way through the main floor. And then we got to move upstairs.
Yeah.
We got to do the outside still. I know.
That's okay.
It'll be 1.5 years.
Yeah, I know. It's all right.
Good to set expectations. Now, you guys, listen. I know this has been a crazy journey, and this project is a lot of fun. I know Max is taking a bunch of great shots to show you, but want to encourage you, hit the like button if you like what we did to this kitchen. All right? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel because the rest of this renovation is coming your way. Every few weeks we got another part of the project all completed.
Exciting stuff.
We're gonna update you as we go. And if you'd like to see the renovation of this house, then click the link over here, okay? We have a playlist that's all set up and it'll update as these videos keep coming up. Thanks a lot for joining us. We'll see you again soon. Great job, honey.